Hello and welcome back to the third season of What's in a Story, titled Narratives of Nature and Environment of South Asia. I am Lupamudra Moitro, and in this podcast I read the stories from my books as an anthropologist, writer and translator working with popular culture and heritage of India and South Asia. In my podcast here, I read stories from my books which are about folklore, myths and legends of India and South Asia, and I introduce each story with some additional information from different fields of history, archaeology, geology and others, which helps to bring a context to the story. However, it is also important to mention that the information should be studied well and understood within specific socio-cultural, religious, political or historical contexts. Most of these stories from folklore took shape across a wide range of time through centuries. And over a period of time, many features and aspects were added to the narratives, giving the shape that we come across in present times. Thus, before taking these stories as historical proof, one should be careful enough to analyze the historical context of the essence of each story. Let's try to take the positive message through these stories as we proceed with Season 3, the Narratives of Nature and Environment of South Asia. Here, I would like to take the message forward from Season 2 of Water Narratives of South Asia and read stories which speak of the various interactions between man and nature and of stories of preserving and conserving the nature around us. Without the beautiful nature that surrounds us, we will perish sooner or later. And frankly speaking, aren't we already experiencing the grim pictures of what global warming has created all around us? Say, like rampantly cutting down trees, creating havoc across river banks and deltas, or the horrific littering of plastic waste on river banks and beaches, which has only resulted in destroying flora and fauna and choking up so many aquatic lives around us, destroying green covers massively to build concrete structures, polluting fresh water, creating a shortage of drinking water, and the list just seems to go on and on. However, fortunately, many people are also working tirelessly to combat the situation. But it just never seems to be enough. We have already lost a lot of valuable wealth, and it's time to listen to the clarion call, for there is only one earth, and that's all we have. Here's wishing a positive thought is shared through each story of this season, the third season of What's in a Story, titled Narratives of Nature and Environment of South Asia. Follows the story of the next episode in Season 3 of What's in a Story. About the story. The title of today's story is The Owl Delivered the Good News All Night Long, but the woodpecker got the reward of the golden crown. And I read this from my book, The Owl Delivered the Good News All Night Long, Folktales, Legends and Modern Lore of India by Aleph Book Company. The story is originally in the Chakma language. The original title of the story in the Chakma language is Pechya, kulkulela, khuralya, madhar, sanar. This has been narrated for the book from Chakma into Bengali by Gautamlal Chakma which was then translated from the Bengali into English by myself. The narrator, Gautamlal Chakma, had heard the story in his childhood from his mother, and the story forms part of a bigger narrative. This story continues till date to be very popular in Chakma. This story is also part of the book titled Great Indian Children's Stories, edited by Stephen Alter from Aleph Book Company, which has 9 stories in total. And this Chakma story by Gautamlal Chakma and translated from Bengali into English by myself is one of them. Follows the story. The owl delivered the good news all night long, but the woodpecker got the reward of the golden crown. The story. The owl delivered the good news all night long, but the woodpecker got the reward of the golden crown. This is a story from the old days. There was a severe drought once on earth, and all plants and animals were on the verge of extinction. The weather had turned harsh and unsuitable for survival, and mankind was suffering. The news of this severe condition reached heaven, and all the gods were extremely worried. Biatra, the son of Gangima, that is Ganga, was worried and descended on earth to witness the condition. He was shocked to see that the trees were standing all bare and dry, the grass had all dried up, and many animals were dead. Only the Jagya Dumur, that is the Indian fig tree, stood on the banks of the river. Upon seeing this, Biatra asked the Jagya Dumur trees if they could provide mankind enough food to keep them alive. The trees replied that they could help sustain mankind. However, this became difficult as all of mankind finished all the fruits of the Jagya Dumur in 2.5 days. This made Biatra very angry, and in a fit of anger, he kicked the Jagya Dumur trees. The trees bent down, and ever since it is said that the Jagya Dumur trees tend to bend as they grow. Biatra kept thinking further of how to solve the problem, and finally decided that he should persuade goddess Lakshmi, the deity of prosperity, to come down to earth and bless mankind. He felt that this was the only way to solve the drought problem. He sent Khuralya to heaven to explain to the goddess and ask her to descend on earth. Khuralya went to the heaven but got busy drinking alcohol. Soon he was completely intoxicated and forgot all about his duty until much later, when he suddenly remembered his task. He rushed to goddess Lakshmi, but the goddess, upon seeing the inebriated state of Khuralya, refused to accompany him to earth. Kalia returned to earth and delivered the news to Biatra. Biatra now decided to approach goddess Lakshmi himself, and thus he went to heaven and spoke to the goddess. This time the goddess agreed and soon sent word through the Bharati bird about her arrival. The Bharati bird was sent down to earth and it informed the owl about goddess Lakshmi's arrival soon, and also told the owl that all of mankind should be informed of this happy news. The owl, like an obedient messenger, travelled all through the night, hooting and informing everybody about the good news of the goddess's arrival. People heard it all through the night and were very happy and relieved. They felt that their anxieties would soon come to an end, and they wanted to reward the bird for bringing the happy news, whom they could hear hooting throughout the night and outside their houses. But of course, they could not see who the bird was. Thus, in the early hours of the morning, to thank the bird, all of mankind came out in search of the bird. They also wanted to reward him. However, at that moment, tired owl had just finished his work and returned to rest within a hollow in the bark of a tree. None of the mankind could spot the owl, but saw another bird instead, a woodpecker, hunting for insects, and they mistook it for the bird who was the harbinger of the good news. They picked up the woodpecker, put him on a special pedestal, and put a golden crown on its head. And then all of mankind worshipped the woodpecker. Thus, it is said, till date, the woodpecker has a yellow tuft on its head as a sign of the golden crown that was placed on its head long ago by mankind who wanted to reward him for bringing the good news. Unfortunately, no one knew that the good news was actually delivered by the owl, who hooted all night long, informing everyone about the arrival of goddess Lakshmi to end the drought and all the woes of mankind.